gente lo siente. Toda mi gente lo siente. Toda mi gente lo siente. Y toda mi gente lo siente. Toda mi gente caliente. Toda mi gente lo siente.
Mental health plays a massive role in professional soccer and in sports in general. We're all here to support each other. We're all here to help each other, and you never know what somebody is going through, whether it's on the field or off the field. For me, mental health plays a huge role when it comes to goalkeeping because a lot of times the game is not near me and not near the goalkeeper, and it's important that I stay calm and stay ready and stay connected to the team even when the play is not by me.
Oh, man. Come on, Emma. Come on, Emma. Where is she?
Hey, do you need a hand?
Yeah. My God. Every time with his team, man. All right, coach, put me on this, man.
Nice dive. Now find your rhythm.
Calm down. Ah! Hey, okay, man. That boy lit. That boy lit.
Up. That's it. You got one more for you.
We got you. Like the headway. Here she is, guys. She's coming, guys.
Let's go.
Good morning, Emma. I'm right here now. Come on, come to me, come to me.
Turn me up, baby.
Onyedi, you're Fatani.
Boss, man, I'm turned up right now, though. Oh, you're violating, man, honestly.
Look at me. I'm done. You're good.
Just don't forget what I sent you this morning. You are equipped. Don't allow anyone or anything to tell you different.
I got something for you.
One more. You can. I really can't.
Onyedi, chin up, bro. You got a goal in you, man. The left back's gas. Come on.
Come on, Sam. This is looking really good.
You only got 10K left, okay? Your pace is phenomenal. Are you ready?
Camp, it's all good. Take the hit, embrace it. You here for a reason, baby. You are here for a reason, baby.
Yes.
3, 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Mate, that was so sick.
Come on, Emma. Final push, Emma. Come on.
Anytime.
Hey, Edwards, forgive.
Please remain standing for the performance of the national anthem. Tonight's anthem is performed by Caroline Thomas. Number 58.
And so with that coin toss, it is time for prep football again in Tennessee. Hello and welcome inside of Benny Monroe Stadium in Cleveland, Tennessee. Prep football gets back underway tonight, and this kickoff features the Raiders, Cleveland High School, and the Mustangs of Walker Valley, what promises to be a great inter-county showdown. These two are bitter rivals, and they're going to bring it all tonight. Cleveland High School feels like they can continue their successful ways. They established a dominant streak over the last few years and looked great last time out against the Mustangs, but Walker Valley has different plans. Last season, the Cleveland High School Blue Raiders wrapped up in 7-4, a really, really good season, but so did the Mustangs of Walker Valley. Importantly, both teams were 4-1 at home and 3-3 on the road. So a road disadvantage for Walker Valley's Mustangs tonight to kick off the season. in Cleveland, Tennessee against the Blue Raiders. Can Cleveland High take advantage of the road record of this Walker Valley side? Can the Mustangs topple the home Blues? We'll find out together. Glad you're along with us. I'm Gabriel Schry, and this is as good as prep football gets. The Blue Raiders are back to receive the kickoff at their home venue, wearing their, of course, home blues on the right side of your screen. On the left in white, the visiting Mustangs of Walker Valley, as our officials are satisfied with their final pregame meeting and take their places. These two were extremely productive last season. Both teams averaged more than 4 touchdowns per game. This promises to be a shootout between WVHS and CHS. Full house at Benny Monroe Stadium and Raider Field for the opening kickoff in TWSA play for these two sides. Our officials doing some final sorting out. They're knocking off the rust themselves, and we are ready to go as our place kicker is allowed to put this one down. Christopher Malik, the sophomore, will get us started in Southeast Tennessee. High school football is underway. Field of the 30-yard line. He's got a seam across to the far side and pinballs off the first would-be tackler, escaping down the sideline and driven off by the Mustangs of Walker Valley High. The energy through the roof in Cleveland tonight for these two sides in a rivalry matchup. You can tell prep football was missed. Block in the back called on the opening return. So a penalty against the home Blue Raiders on offense to start this drive. And instead of a nice leisurely 68-yard distance they needed to go, the football moved back. They had him spotted at the 20. Now it looks like they'll put them at the 23-yard line of their own side of the field. Maybe not. Knocking the rust off. TWSAA football. The refs need to warm up too. 1st and 10 for the Cleveland High School Blue Raiders. The big man in motion. The quarterback from the shotgun quickly throws to the sideline, and this one hauled in for a gain of 5 yards. Great start. Cason McGowan back in the shotgun. Immediately looks to his wide open target, finds him on the return to the ball, and makes second down much more manageable. Starting lineup for the Blue Raiders tonight on the offensive line. It's Rhoda, Samanek, Hitson, Bowman, and Patel. The receivers are Westfield and Scott. Evans at tight end. The tailbacks, Beard and Edens, and of course, McGowan, the quarterback. From the shotgun, he'll give it again. And immediately taken down as the ball comes out of the 20-yard line. Hold the phone. Everybody says they've got the football. Walker Valley Mustangs have got the football. A turnover on the second play of the game for the Blue Raiders. The Mustangs threatening to score on the edge of the red zone. Walker Valley High School scored 46 touchdowns last year, an average of 30.5 points per game. An early touchdown could give them a little bit of momentum, and they'll certainly need it against this Blue Raiders side. 51-23, the final tally last time around for these two, with the Blue Raiders taking it. Walker Valley looking to change their fortune early with a gut punch and some momentum. 1st and 10 now for Walker Valley's Mustangs. The quarterback, the transfer, Chase Stevens. Ball is knocked out immediately. Good distribution across towards the sideline. It'll be 2nd and 10 now. Chase Stevens, described as a big addition by Drew Akins. Great ability to run the ball and a nice dynamic piece for this Walker Valley offense. 2nd and 10, the football on the 21-yard line. Stevens. The give behind the left side of that O-line. He's able to knife his way up in there for 3. Good start on offense, and a look at this offense. Chase Stevens, obviously the quarterback up front. It's Roshak, Lassen, Dugan, Jarnigan, and Bitzel, the right tackle. The receivers, Boyd and Hayden, Cunningham and Raines carrying the football, and the tight end, Reese Davis. 3rd down and 7, and a flag flies before they can take the snap. Approach this call. Handoff. This one is dragged down after a nice gain. It'll be 1st and goal now. First and goal, pushing his way up inside. And Walker Valley's Mustangs are able to take this one home. Their first possession of the night on the road. Walker Valley punches it in. Just a couple of minutes into this, it's 6-0 Mustangs. Now for the point after try. Christopher Malik, the kicker who got us started. Just a sophomore wearing number 82. Being held by the starting quarterback, Chase. Snap and hold are good. This one flicked up, away, and through the uprights. And so it's 7-0. The Mustangs of Walker Valley High School. They take it away. They recover the fumble on the 21-yard line. They're just outside of the red zone. Walker Valley stays calm. That's a lot of energy. It's a big momentum shift for them. They're able to capitalize. They certainly needed to be able to do that in that situation. Can they keep it going defensively, or will Cleveland High School come out and try to change the narrative immediately? Great turnout, big crowd tonight. Walker Valley showing out on the road. A lot of football left to go between these two. Just a couple of minutes into it. Great cross-county rivalry. In 2024, it was 51-23 Cleveland. In 2023, the Blue Raiders took it 20-14. It was 34-3 in 2022. And Cleveland won 38-0 back in 2021.
The Blue Raiders, number 8, Cameron Wilson, and number 21,
We'll get our second look at the defense of Walker Valley. Scruggs, Burns, Crooms, and Wood are the defensive backs. The linebackers were Hawk, Goldman, Beard, and Jackson. The defensive line, Godsey, Ferris, and Robinson. But first, the kick unit. Hammer downfield. Drops it and picked up as he steps into the end zone for the touchback. Regathered, but not quickly enough for our back judge. Landon Lowe sends this one out for the touchback for the Blue Raiders of Cleveland High School. In Southeast Tennessee, it's prep football. I'm Gabriel Fry. Glad you're with us. 7-0 after a surprise turnover to start the game. The second play of the game, the ball hits turf, and Cleveland High School gives a freebie to Walker Valley High. Now they get the ball back, and they'll have it on their third offensive play of tonight's matchup. First and 10. McGowan. The end around, he fakes it and keeps it himself, where he's tackled down at the line of scrimmage. No gain as it's 2nd and 10. McGowan was praised by head coach Chris Brown. He told Mix 104 playing is a lot of fun, and he loves to get to hang out with his friends. Great attitude, great energy. He described this offense as a work in progress. It's a new system, and he said it's coming together last week following their preseason game. 2nd and 10 now for the Blue Raiders. Cleveland High School. Man in motion. McGowan rolling. A little bit of pressure coming from that defensive line as they'll cut back. Reverses Fields, lasers this down the sideline, and it's caught. 1st and 10, Blue Raiders. Beautiful roping pass to Kyrie Scott, the junior. Scott does a nice job of coming back to the ball. He sees the pressure McGowan is under. The quarterback is looking for help, buying time, and there he is, cutting back to the football. Mr. Kyrie Scott, who slides under it and moves the chains. The first down of the season for the Blue Raiders of Cleveland High School. Both of these teams looking to put together another memorable year. 7 wins for both sides last season. An audible coming for McGowan. 1st and 10. And the snap count got everybody. Flags fly from every spot on the field. That's a look at the student section of the Blue Raiders. You can tell they are fired up in Cleveland. My goodness, what a crowd. So following the false start, reset and ready to go again. The lone receiver on the close side, Westfield, split out near the sideline in that trips formation. McGowan shovels this to the tailback, slips one and taken down after a gain of 5, and CHS returns to the original line of scrimmage. Nice pitch, nice run. Sean Beard, a senior tailback. I've been told he's got a nasty stiff arm, and he's going to be a player to watch tonight as the Walker Valley Mustangs will try to key on him and slow him down. Now it's 2nd and 10 for Cleveland High School. From their own 32-yard line, Beard has the edge. Nice blocking by the right tackle. Gets him enough space to get just short of the sticks. 3rd down and short yardage situation for Cleveland High School. Really nice blocking on the edge by the big guys right there. Patel sets the edge. Bowman gets some chip down inside. And the tight end sealing things off. That makes it 3rd down and manageable. Just 3 yards to go. From the 40, Beard again. It's the same play call, and it works on back-to-back dial-ups. 1st and 10 for Cleveland High School. My goodness, get out your rotary phone. We are running a power football carry to the outside. Head coach Chris Brown, brand new to this program, likes to ground and pound, it looks like. 1st and 10 now for Cleveland High School. From the 43-yard line on the far hash marks. The Blue Raiders. McGowan. Again, this time he's going to keep it himself right up the middle and gets a nice gain. Almost 7 yards, a solid 6 to the 49-yard line of their own side of the field. Really nice give and go. He fakes it off. Kason McGowan, after handing it off twice in a row on the same play call, everyone's convinced that Beard is going to get it again. They run the same formation, very similar look to those last 2 running plays. They fake it to the left instead of the right. Everybody bites on that. It gives him a ton of room right at the center. And indeed, they do soften up that 7 to a fair 6. Gabriel Fry, if you're tuned in from somewhere interesting, let us know. Tag me on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. At Try Guy. I'd love to know. Here's another look at what we just saw. Watch this fake. Oh, this is the rush play for the 1st down to move the chains. They ran that on back-to-back plays. Really good block on the edge. They set that up nicely. Ton of time and room. He's able to get up along the edge and easily move those chains. And so now, in a medium yardage situation, the flag will go the way of Cleveland High School, who is driving with authority. Lock the door, turn the lights off, get your keys. We're going for a drive. 1st and 10, Cleveland High School. The football down to the 36-yard line of Walker Valley. Momentary pause by our head referee. The Whitecap says play on. Sean Beard comes out of the game. Cleveland High School to give. The small tailback, what a move up inside. Slipped behind a would-be tackler and makes it a medium yardage situation on a pretty little gain right there. Very shifty feet by Anthony Edens. Nice move by the junior. Knifes his way up in there. And back to the line quickly. Cleveland High School, second and medium. They need about 6 to move the chains. The football just beyond the 30 of the Mustangs. McGowan faked the give, spinning through linebackers, trying to drive his way forward, and he stopped at the 28-yard line. Third down and short now for the Blue Raiders as Beard is back in for Edens. 3 yards needed to move the chains as the big guy, Quentin Jones, will get a break. Four receivers split out wide. It's trips left and Beard alongside McGowan in the backfield. Westfield, the closest to the sideline you're watching from. Pitch play. He bobbles it and comes down with the ball. Down the sideline, he runs down a would-be tackler all the way inside of the red zone, deep near the 10. First and 10. Beard moves the sticks for the Cleveland High School Blue Raiders. My goodness, Beard gets free and in the open field. I mentioned it during our pregame as we were getting started. Beard is a runaway truck on open green. The safety tries to get into him, and he pays the price. First and 10 and threatening from inside of the red zone. Beard on the give, cutting back, slipped the first and dragged down after a nice gain. Another look at that play. It's almost like it was tipped off the edge as Beard was able to recover, get to the 16 before he's pushed out. Nice attempt at the ball by Braylon Beard, who reached out at the last moment. The linebacker almost got a hand on that. Second down, right up the middle, and the Blue Raiders almost to the 10. The Mustangs of Walker Valley High School, the marching band is trying to bring the heat as the Blue Raiders are working in the final stages here, deep in the red zone. Third down and 7 in Southeast Tennessee. Seven 0, 4 minutes to play in our first quarter. McGowan and his offense at work. A lot of bodies inside as he looks to throw. Pressure coming. McGowan rolling to the close sideline. Tosses this to the back corner of the end zone. And as the flag flies, that pass falls incomplete to the turf. Flag on the play. Right now showing third down and 7 on the sticks. Coach is declining that, so that call was against the Blue Raiders. Drew Akins says, no, we decline. Our officiating crew waving that off. Fourth down, a long way to go, and a new set on for Cleveland High School.
Coming in, Cleveland Raiders to attempt the field goal number 13, Sloan Bolaños.
Sloan Bolaños, the kicker for Cleveland High School. Just more than 20 yards. Sloan waiting for the snap. He's got a chance as this one sails up, away, and cuts into the 7-0 lead of Walker Valley High School. We're within 4 at Betty Monroe Stadium. Nice kick, nice field goal. Way to get a couple of points there. You don't want to squander the drive. And that's more than good enough for what was a nice opening drive for Cleveland High School. And a couple of things happened there. This is the first ever game for Chris Brown as the head coach of Cleveland High School in the regular season. He's saying, okay, guys, we're going to go down. We're going to get some points together. He's getting some energy on his side, some momentum. He's getting the shakes out a little bit, right? You've got some nerves He's been coaching for a long time, but it's a brand new look, brand new program, brand new stadium, brand new players on your roster. It gives you a little bit of confidence as a head coach. Your roster feels a little better. Okay, we had that fumble, but that's okay. We just got some points back. Feeling good about that. Nice long drive. You go almost the length of the field. You've proven to yourself you can go down and you can get points no matter the situation. How much better is the kicker going to feel if he has to chip that thing in the fourth quarter now? 4-point game. Walker Valley's Mustangs are in a very different position in the early stages. We've almost burned away our first quarter. They're leading by 4 points. They're about to get the football back. From the driver's seat, this thing looks really different. You haven't won the last 4 in a row. You got blown out a little bit last year, 51-30. You want some revenge, and it starts right here. If you can go down and punch in the ball immediately, you're going to feel great about that. Last season, both of these programs averaged over 4 touchdowns per game. 42 scored by the Blue Raiders, 46 by the Mustangs. Cleveland High School, Sloan will send it back away. Fielded back just beyond the end zone. Return man, room across the 20. He's got a convoy across the 30. Cut back at the 40, and he's toppled end over end. A huge gain and great starting field position for the Walker Valley Mustangs. They'll spot him at the 43-yard line. And so Walker Valley High School will only have to go 57 yards to score on this possession. Mustangs. Chase Stevens, the transfer. On 1st and 10, he's got trips right, but instead a give to the left. Tailback slips one, trapped and escapes again, and gets a gain of 2, and he put in a ton of effort into that 2-yard gain. Second down and long. Football's at the 45-yard line of their own side of the field. Akins felt great about this season during his preseason interview with ESPN Radio Cleveland. On the watch to explore new plays and find ways to move the ball. Give to the left side. This time he gets 3. He rolled off the first would-be tackler, knifes his way up for a short gain, makes it a medium yardage situation on 3rd down. It was a beautiful day outside today, but very hot, and I'm sure the weather will take a toll on these guys. First game of the year, full pads. It's very hot outside. You had full sun during warm-ups. It has cooled off a little bit with a cloud cover, and there's a nice breeze, but it's a hot day. It's going to test their endurance, and we'll certainly see some cramping as this one goes on. 3rd down and medium. Blue Raiders defense all bunched up about the line of scrimmage. Quarterback right up the gut, slips the first, cuts to the left. He's got the first down and more over the 45 and dragged down near the 40 of the Blue Raiders of Cleveland. 1st and 10, Walker Valley High School. Nice play. Really good trickeration. And Walker Valley moves the chains with 2 minutes and change to play in our first quarter. On 1st and 10. Already a nice drive coming together. 18 yards on their last couple of plays. This time he wants to throw. A howitzer down the left sideline is dropped in the end zone. 2nd down and 10 for Walker Valley High School as these two come together on that blue Cleveland high turf. And we'll get another look at that and how it came together. Maybe not. 2nd and 10 after the drop pass. From the 41-yard line. Chase Stevens, the give, and absolutely smoked. He has stood up and thrown to the ground with authority. Kason Cunningham, the junior, tries to go up inside, and he's met by the brick wall of Gage McDowell, the junior. McDowell throws into the ground, and it's 3rd and 10 as he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. 4-point game, 7-3, Walker Valley High School. They've got the football just 41 yards away from the end zone. They've already gone 18. On 3rd down. Lights one off over the middle, and it's tipped away. Great play by the defensive back. He read that perfectly, throws across, and Javen Trammell gets a hand onto the football and sends it to the ground harmlessly. Another look at this one. Run play inside. He has dropped with authority just to play a go. Daxton Evans and Gage McDowell got hands on him right away. There was nowhere he could go. A nice pass over the middle, and now it's 4th down and 10. Walker Valley High School set up to run a play. 5 receivers out wide for the Mustangs. Drew Akins wants this. Tries to draw the Blue Raiders offside. Stevens looking to the sideline to Akins, and he'll call the timeout. It was a trick. Couldn't draw Cleveland High School offsides. And the student section loves that. So it's 4th down and 10 as Walker Valley tries to draw the defense of Cleveland High School. The Blue Raiders offside doesn't work. They stay strong. A couple of guys jumped, but they were back from the line of scrimmage, and it pays off as they're going to get another crack at this. 55 seconds to play in your first quarter as it's a 4-point game. Glad you're with us for Prep Football and the opening of the DSSAA high school football season from Cleveland High School and inside of Benny Monroe Stadium. Great start to this game. The immediate turnover and touchdown by Walker Valley make this a lot more interesting right off the bat. Quick response to the field goal by Cleveland High School. And now Walker Valley, their second possession of the day, is trying to get to work with it again. They had 18 yards in a row, a couple of really nice plays, and all of a sudden they just can't get any traction as they've got 2 incompletions in their last 3, stuffed at the line of scrimmage as well. Couple of nice looking passes. One over the middle was tipped away by Javen. Junior corner, swatted that to the turf. Gage McDowell, Daxton Evans wrapped up the tailback inside, and the Mustangs look like they're set to punt. 1 man back deep to return for Cleveland High School's Blue Raiders. It's a fake. Coming across, he's got room over the hash marks to the sideline. 1st down and more. A great fake. Roman breaks away and moves the chain so the Mustangs. He was wide open and free down the sideline all the way to the 28. 1st and 10, Walker Valley High School as a hush falls over Benny Monroe. That's a really nice fake. The football now a 33-yard drive. They started needing 57. 1st and 10. Tailback couldn't slide off that one last man on the edge. That's a really nice looking play. He gets great blocking up front. Roshak and Lassen seal that edge perfectly. And Cunningham thought he was going to go a long way, but as he gets off the edge, the safety, Kyrese Westfield, gets hands on him and drags him to the turf. Inside of 30 seconds to play in our first quarter. 2nd down and 4, threatening the red zone. Walker Valley, the give again to Cunningham. He's got room on the edge, and this time dragged down after a gain of a yard. And again, in on the tackle is the headhunting safety, Kyrese Westfield, a menace on defense. And that will do it for our first quarter of play. And as we change sides of the field and head into our second quarter, 7-3, the Mustangs of Walker Valley on top at Benny Monroe Stadium. At Benny Monroe Stadium, we are about to enter the second quarter of play. Gabriel Schry, CHS Live from inside of Cleveland High School Raiders football stadium and just above Raider Field. Glad you're with us for what is a great turnout to open TSSAA high school football play in Southeast Tennessee. The Blue Raiders playing host to the Mustangs. Let us know if you're tuned in from somewhere interesting. Tag me on X, Twitter, whatever you like to call it now, at SchryGuy. 7-4, a 4-point game as we've entered our second quarter. Third down, man in motion up front. Mustangs, low snap, he's got it. Roman tries to slip the edge and trapped after a short gain. So another fourth down situation, still outside of the red zone. It's going to be fourth down and short. They need about 3 yards. Call it a long 2, if you will. Sticks are staying back. The far official and close official have them at 21, and that is where they'll be. Walker Valley needs just a couple of yards to move the chains and keep the drive alive. After a fake where they needed so many just a little while ago, there's no way they're not going for this. Fourth down and short. The Blue Raiders can get the football back here. Roman to take the snap. Sends the big guy in motion. It's low, he's got it. Takes it to the left side. Hit up high as he rolls over. That looks like enough to move the chains. Both officials have him at the 16. It's a 1st and 10 for Walker Valley High School inside of the red zone. This Walker Valley offense averaged 30.5 points per game last season and only allowed 18.7 per game. 1st and 10 into the red zone as there's a flag down on the close hash marks. Free yardage for the Mustangs as that drives them even deeper into the red zone. And so with their backs up against their own goalpost, Cleveland High School in danger of trailing by a pair of scores at home. Walker Valley has brought their quarterback Chase Stevens back on the transfer, and as Stevens takes the snap, the whistle sounds. Referee trying to get this sorted out. This has become a real mess as they've gotten closer and closer to the end zone. And so in front of a full house, leading by 4, Walker Valley High School is trying to extend their lead to 2 scores. Gabriel Schry, glad you're with us. Buckle your seatbelt, this is about to get interesting. And another one against the Blue Raiders. Walker Valley all the way down inside of the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal for the Mustangs. Clock is running. Stevens gives it to the left, slips through the defensive line, and the linebackers gather him and drop him at the 4. 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line for the Mustangs of Walker Valley.
on tackle. Second down.
Second down. Walker Valley, the snap is slow and picked up, tries to slide through. That's a really, really nice save on a broken play to keep it from being a huge loss for a turnover. Roman scoops it up, takes off, dives over a defender, gets back to the line of scrimmage and makes a 3rd and goal from that same spot on the turf. That could have been cataclysmic for Walker Valley, who's trying to push their lead to 2 scores on the road. Just 2 yards away from the end zone. Roman up inside and he knifes his way in. Touchdown, Walker Valley High School Mustangs. 13-3, a 10-point advantage in Cleveland, Tennessee. Walker Valley living it up on the away side of the stadium with a 10-point advantage on the road and trying to extend it to 11 with the leg of Christopher Malik. One final change on that kick unit. Roman coming off. Malik standing by. The snap. He boots this and it sails up away and through the uprights to make it 14-3, an 11-point advantage in Cleveland, Tennessee, for the visiting Walker Valley High School Mustangs. So they score on the second drive of the game, but it's only 3rd play of the game they get the football. Fumbled by Cleveland High School. The Blue Raiders lose it down just outside of the red zone. Walker Valley capitalizes. They get the early touchdown. They grind through that first quarter, and now leading by a pair of scores on the road just 90 seconds into our second quarter. The Raiders are trying to hit the brakes and make some action happen. Can they do it on the offensive side of the ball? They've got a ton of talent. They went down, they chipped through a field goal last time. That was a super long drive. In fact, it's worth noting, neither of the drives that Walker Valley has scored on have been nearly that long. They've both been much shorter. One was sub 30 yards, the other one sub 60 yards. That last drive, just 57 yards to the house. That was a 60-yard drive that the Blue Raiders got that field goal on. So they're able to put those long drives together. Can they keep them going and grind it out? It's a hot day. Energy and conditioning are going to come into play throughout the course of this one. This one's a long way from over, and I think it's going to get much more interesting before it settles down. Sent away. The Raiders field this back inside their own 10. Return, man, knifing his way down the sideline and dropped at the 30. Nice return pulled together by Cameron Wilson, the sophomore. He just gets hemmed in near the side of the field and is dragged down. 1st and 10, Cleveland High School will be looking at another long drive if they want to score. The football is 73 yards away from the end zone. From on top of the hash marks, this offense will get started, led again by Kason McGowan. He told ESPN Cleveland before their home opener here, we should be as good offensively this year as last year. And he loves that they opened up against his crosstown rival. He expected a great game. 1st and 10, McGowan and Beard in the backfield. McGowan's in the shotgun. He's got trips left. Big guy in motion. The tight end comes inside and tucks alongside the line of scrimmage. McGowan's going to throw if he can escape. Tosses it away as he's hit hard from behind. Looking for the strip sack and nearly getting it. Beard comes in from behind, gets a hand onto his arm and wrist, and that would have knocked the ball out if he hadn't thrown it away in time. Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10. Second and 10 for Cleveland High School. 3 receivers this time. Their star, Kyrese, on the far sideline. Whitfield's the target of his pass as he cuts back, catches it, and the ball comes out as he gets to the sideline. But it will move the chains. First and 10, the football to the 37-yard line. McGowan's got Beard alongside him. Quentin Jones in at the tight end position on the left side of the line of scrimmage. Big number 45. He's going to motion back alongside the edge of that left tackle. Beard changes sides. 2 receivers on the close side. McGowan fakes to one of them. He's going to take off. 3 defenders there. He's in trouble. Tries to throw the stiff arm. Slips a tackle. Still on his feet and running. 35, 40. Sliding off of defenders as he's pushed out after a nice gain. What a save by Kason McGowan. Another look at that play a moment ago. You can see the ball bounce. And I'm not sure if they didn't see it come out or if that was ruled a complete pass and a fumble out of bounds, which means the offense would keep possession. Second down and medium. Either way, Blue Raiders got the football and they're working. From the 41-yard line. Cleveland High School, McGowan, the handoff. Not a lot of room on this drive. This handoff up inside, swarmed by that defensive front. Big number 69, the 2-year starter, a junior, Lane Ferris, crashes down into the backfield and disrupts, and he gets some help from both directions there. Jonathan West and Cooper Gonsi alongside him. It's just too much for the offensive line. Ferris, an absolute menace in the tackle box. Bunch formation on 3rd down and short for Cleveland High School. McGowan taking the play call from the sideline. Brown has got something up his sleeve as Dax switches sides of the line of scrimmage. 1 receiver split out wide. Another in the slot. The give, Beard cuts it back. Fighting for the first down. Pinball's off a defender and he's got it. Steps out just beyond the stick. First and 10, Cleveland High School. That puts them right on the midfield stripe. They've got 23 yards on this drive. Another look at the escape by McGowan. Watch this. Can you say Steve McNair? Oh my goodness, what an escape. Great stiff arm, stayed on his feet, slid off of the second would-be tackler, and then for good measure runs over a defender in the secondary. First and 10. McGowan slings this down to the sideline where it's caught. Nice gain. Forward progress will give him about 5, maybe 6 yards to the 45 of the Mustangs side of the field. Make it 28 yards on this drive. Eight minutes to play in our first half. Cleveland High School trailing by a pair of scores in their home, Benny Monroe. 14-3, Mustangs lead. Blue Raiders offense, 4 out wide, 2 on either side. Takes the give and checks this down. Caught, he's got a block for a moment. Slips off just beyond the line to gain. He is upended viciously. Nice little catch and run. Really good coverage. Aiden Burns stays with that. Right behind him is Caleb Jackson, the outside linebacker. They are all over the receiver. Braden Mejia, the junior, nowhere to go. Almost halfway to the end zone. They started 73 yards away from it. They've gone 30 yards on this drive. 3rd down and short. They need a yard and a half. McGowan, he's going to keep it himself. Trapped and dropped. maybe a loss of a yard to make it 4th down and 2. McGowan is toppled over immediately, trying to escape. The linebacker gets there, and then the big guy drops him down. Caught from the side by Jonathan West after he was teed up by Aiden Burns. When you've got size like that inside of the tackle box, it makes it really difficult to run the ball between your guards and tackles. You've got Ferris up there. You've got West, Godsey, Robinson, Wells. Serious power inside for this Mustangs defense. 4th down and a very long 2. We'll call it 3. McGowan gives it. Beard tries to shovel himself up in there. I don't think he got it. That looks like a turnover on downs. And indeed, that one's going the other way. Drew Aikens celebrating on the field as the Blue Raiders can't push through to move the sticks. 1st and 10. Walker Valley High School is going to take over on their own 42-yard line. So again, it's worth pointing out that the Blue Raiders have not started with field position this good the entire game. This is better than any starting point on the field the entire game for Cleveland High School. They're going to be less than 60 yards from the end zone to start this drive, just 58 yards to get to the end zone. Just a reminder to follow CHS Live on social media at CHS Live. It's the home of Cleveland High School Blue Raider sporting events. And to say that I've been impressed with this program, Del Halfacre and Cleveland schools, would be a massive understatement. The production they put on here and the equipment they're giving kids mentally to go out and work in television broadcasting and streaming at a professional level is unreal. These guys are capable of going out tomorrow and working on a television truck, getting the job done, and I've been impressed with it night in and night out. They've worked with me on some pro soccer matches over the years, and everyone Dell has mentored and taught and brought to the table through this program has been incredible. Some of these students have gone on to UT Chattanooga and work in the communications department and program there. They work with the ESPN productions for the UT Chattanooga Mocs. And in addition to that, MLS Next Pro Soccer with Chattanooga Football Club and the WPSL triumphant Chattanooga Football Club on the women's side. Really just a very cool program put together by Cleveland and, of course, run by Del Halfacre. So thank you to them for having me as a guest for this broadcast. Appreciate you welcoming into your homes, onto your cell phones, wherever you may be, tuning in to the broadcast tonight, and just encourage you to support what is a really, really cool program. This broadcast team here of all high school students and 2 pros. Very cool stuff going on. These guys are ready to go out and work and make television better throughout the Southeast. Following a player being shaken up for Cleveland High School, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Walker Valley Mustangs. Shout out to Derek Lee, Kyle Johnson, Matthew Kibbe, all tuned in from around the country. Tag me in tweets. Appreciate you watching. 1st and 10, Walker Valley Mustangs. Uncorks one downfield. On the sideline, a battle for it is lost. Blue Raiders man knocks it away. Sawyer Boyd, the senior, goes down there, climbs the ladder. That is a big, big boy. Goes up high, tries to haul it in. The ball is kept away from him. Great defensive effort by the safety, Kyrie Scott, who stays with him and is able to knock that away. 2nd and 10 from their own 42-yard line, just 58 yards from the end zone, which would be the best starting field position of the day for Cleveland High School if they got it. And it's actually not the best starting field position of the day for Walker, who's already started a drive from the 21-yard line. 2nd and 10. Ball's on the turf, picks it back up and spins toward the line before he's dropped. A loss of a yard. It's 3rd down. 5.5 minutes left to play in our first half of play. In an 11-point game, Walker Valley Mustangs out in front of the Cleveland High School Blue Raiders. Both teams averaged over 4 touchdowns per game last year. So far, Walker Valley has anchored the tackle box. Their offensive line and defensive line have looked really good. Cleveland's going to have to find a way to throw them off balance, so to speak. 3rd down and 10. Mustangs want to throw it. There's a flag down. Caught by Roman over the middle, and it's blown dead as he's coming back. Walker Valley catches the flag. A deep pass by Chase Stevens, caught wide open over the middle is Roman. Well, I'm guessing that's got to be a false start. Otherwise, they wouldn't blow him dead like that. There it is, a false start against Roman and the Walker Valley Mustangs coming back. Stevens and his offense will try again. A pair of duds in a row to start this drive. What would have been a deep pass into the red zone is brought back off the false start. It's 3rd down and long now, needing 16 yards to move the chains. The football spotted at their own 36-yard line. They need to reach the opposing 48 for a first down. Three split out wide on the close side. One receiver isolated on the far side. Watch out for the big guy. Stevens looked at him. He's in trouble, escapes the first defender in the backfield and throws it over the middle, and it's caught by the big guy, Sawyer, who stays on his feet. 1st and 10, Walker Valley High School. What a snag by number 1 who climbs the ladder. Oh, baby. The football to the 43-yard line. 1st and 10 for Walker Valley, who's cooking with gas in this first half. Now beyond the 50, looking to make it a 3-possession game. Only 2 receivers. Stevens looks to Sawyer again. He's going to throw it that way. Here it is on 1st and 10. A bomb over the middle. Sawyer boxes it out and drops the football. Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10. Braden Mejia fighting to stay with Sawyer. The size of Sawyer Boyd makes him a very, very difficult talent to cover. He is colossal, athletic, great reach, great jumping ability, gets up high, gets himself open using that combination of physical attributes. Here's another look at that dropped pass. Really nice play by Braden Mejia. Mejia's a bit shaken up on that play, but is walking off unassisted with the athletic staff of Cleveland High School, so hopefully that's a good sign. 2nd and 10 following the incomplete pass intended for the big guy, Sawyer. Luke Hayden, the junior, also on for this play. Three receivers out wide. Stevens glance to the far sideline. He's going to give it off inside this time. Tailback, driving his legs, makes it 3rd down and manageable. They'll need 4. Football inside of the 40 to the 37-yard line, right in the middle of the field. Walker Valley making a quick change to their package on field. Some lighter guys coming in to block. Reese Davis in at tight end. You've got Ferris on the far side. Third down, they need 4 yards. Looks like they're going to run it. Indeed they will, between the right guard and tackle. First down and more as he slices his way up in there, all the way just shy of the 30 at the 31. 1st and 10, Walker Valley High School. Thrown across to the 25, trapped but fighting to get forward, and so it's 2nd down and short. Walker Valley High School down to the 22-yard line and knocking on the door of the red zone. No one on the close side as it's a give to the tailback who's trying to get the edge and stopped. Takes a shot. I like the look to Cunningham, trying to get him outside, get him free down towards the sideline. He's dropped, takes a late hit there from Lucarius Edens. First and goal, or 1st and 10 rather, from just outside of the red zone. Low snap, Stevens tosses this to the sideline, and it's too easy. He's wide open. Now it'll be 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Mustangs looking for a 3-possession game on the road at Cleveland High School inside of Benny Monroe Stadium. The Blue Raiders need to stop this drive. They can't afford to go down by 3 scores. Stevens lofts it for the corner of the end zone, and this one is hauled in. Touchdown as flags fly. 20-3 for the moment. Got a player slow to rise. Braden Mejia was covering the receiver and is still down. Walker Valley scores a 3rd unanswered touchdown. Just the field goal on the board for the Blue Raiders. Cleveland High School with 1 minute and 16 seconds to play in our first half. And this is a big county rivalry that's been owned by the Blue Raiders in recent years. Cleveland High School, they won this game last season by 20 points. They won this game in 2023 by a touchdown. They won this game by 31 points in 2022. They won it 38-0 in 2021. Braden Mejia is being helped off the field, a key piece in the defensive backfield for Cleveland High School. Crown jewel of high school football, based right here in the South. Couldn't be more proud of the high school football programs in the Southeast, North Georgia, Southeast Tennessee. Doesn't get better than this. The NFL factory, Georgia high school, 160 players. Sorry, 1 in every 160 high school football players in the state of Georgia makes it to the National Football League in some way, shape, or form. Now for the PAT. Set up away, and this one finds its way through as well. And so it's 21-3. An 18-point advantage on the board for Walker Valley High School's Mustangs as Christopher Malik boots that through as well. Two local teams are in the top 100 teams in America, according to MaxPreps.com. They're the number 1 and 2 teams in the state of Tennessee. Baylor Red Raiders downtown and McCallie Blue Tornado. Baylor ranked number 55 in America. McCallie ranked number 98. CPA is number 3 in Tennessee. Oakland 4, Ensworth 5. West Knoxville at 9, Maryville at 10. In Georgia, Grayson is number 1. They're number 4 in America. Buford, number 13 in America, number 2 in Georgia. Carrollton, number 25 in America, number 3 in Georgia. North Cobb, Langston Hughes, Thomas County Central, Collins Hill, Gainesville, all of them the top 10 teams in the state of Georgia on MaxPreps.com, but also ranked in the top 100 in America. That's wild. There are many states that don't have one team inside of the top 100 or even close. Not even in the top 300. States surrounding us with a lot of teams in it. Florida's got about a dozen in the top 100. Alabama's got 5. North Carolina with 3, 2 in South Carolina. Dutch Fork, Northwestern, and South Carolina. Thompson, Phoenix City, Auburn, Parker, and Jackson in Alabama. IMG Academy, obviously the top team in Florida. Also Venice, number 51 in America. Beautiful facility. Fielded at the 25. Blue Raiders return man tries to slip one at the 45, and the ball comes out. Mustangs say they've got it, but I don't think so. At the midfield stripe, it looks like it stayed with Cleveland High School. So the best starting field position of the day for CHS and the Blue Raiders, who will take over just 50 yards away from the end zone, and a chance to run the 2-minute drill, or should I call it the 1-minute drill? 63 seconds until we go to the locker room. First and 10. Blue Raiders, McGowan. Pressure from behind, throws it, and it's caught at the 40. Sidestep, stays on his feet, 35-33. He's out, first and 10, Cleveland High School. Clock running quickly, 55 seconds as they pause it in stadium. 55.2 seconds to play in our first half, 21-3, 18-point game. Cleveland High School needs a touchdown. McGowan in the shotgun, moving quickly. Blue Raiders, a man in motion, high snap, he pulled it in just barely. End around, slides one, takes a big shot at the line of scrimmage and goes down hard. Second and 10. Looks like he's okay. Kyrie Scott got stood up, helmet to helmet. 38.7 seconds to play in our first half, and a timeout down on the turf by Cleveland High School. Running the 2-minute drill with 63 seconds to play in this first half. Cleveland gets the football back at the 50-yard line. They get a nice gain on their first play. They need a couple more of those to make some magic happen. A touchdown would go a long way in what's been a slow grinder of a game on a hot night in Southeast Tennessee. Sweltering heat, crushing Benny Monroe Stadium. Huge crowd in this cross-county rivalry between Walker Valley and Cleveland. Great turnout. Following the timeout, Cleveland High School ready to get back to work on 2nd and 11. Ball is 34 yards from the end zone. Check down pass is going to be taken on the out route right near the 30. He'll step out. They had him at the 29. Looks like that's where they'll keep him on the far sideline. Clock at 33 and 3/10 of a second. And the officials calling for a timeout. We've got a player slow to rise after being tackled. Hopefully he's all right. It's Kyrese Westfield, star receiver and defensive back for the Blue Raiders. McGowan talking to his new head coach, Chris Brown. Probably doesn't feel very new after working together all summer, off season. So these guys have an interesting history together, if you didn't know. Blue Raiders and Walker Valley know each other very well. The schedule forced these two to play in week 1, but these coaches know each other so well. They coached together at Ottawa, then with the Lions at Red Bank. Drew Akins told ESPN Cleveland, hey, I'm excited to play against a close friend in Chris Brown. He also said, we are in the same group chat and we text each other every single day. Timeout on the field as Blue Raiders shaken up. It's an 18-point game with just 33 and change seconds left to play in this first half. Kyrese is pulled to his feet. That's a look inside of the press box at the students producing today's game. CHS Live on social media. Find the program on X, Instagram, YouTube, of course, Facebook, you name it. 21-3, 33 seconds on the clock in stadium. The referee has a word. Chris Brown was still on the field. They've got him off. Third down. McGowan uncorks one, and it's intercepted at the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 Mustangs, who can just burn the clock out. Picked off by Caleb Jackson, the senior linebacker. Absolutely massive turnover. And that is soul-crushing for the Blue Raiders, who are trailing by 3 touchdowns with 25 seconds to play in our first half. The Mustangs have the option of taking a knee and sending us to the locker room here. First and 10, Mustangs. Chase Stevens wants to run a play, and it's thrown dead. Chris Brown says, let's take a timeout. It's probably a great place to take a timeout. Cleveland High School. You know, I'm myself in the press box and saying, you got to take a knee here. It's a 3-possession game. You're winning by 18 points with 20 seconds left in the first half. Why risk it? Walker Valley looks like they want to try and throw a deep shot. Timeout on the field. Don't go anywhere. When halftime starts, we'll look back at our first half of action from the campus of Cleveland High School. McGowan picked off on a great read by the senior. Coming across, getting under the ball, Caleb Jackson takes it away from the Raiders and forces them to play defense the last 30 seconds of this first half. Following the timeout, about ready to get back underway. Just seconds to go in our second quarter of action. First and 10, Walker Valley. 4 options at receiver, 1 alone on the close side. Number 10, Luke Hayden. Rolling. Tosses this to the sideline where it's caught. He's trapped immediately and dropped. Nice pitch and catch. He stopped immediately. Jai Isbell got on top of him, pulled him to the turf. Now it's first and 10. Chase Stevens trips left this time for the Mustangs. 17 seconds. Pitch to the sideline. He fades, he falls, he tries to hook it in. And as he goes to the turf, the ball does as well. It's incomplete. Great pass downfield. Looking for Joseph Arnett roaming there as well. And that'll move the chains. And a timeout taken by the Mustangs with 10.8 seconds to play in our first half after that long pitch and catch. Great job fading, getting under the ball. And a full house at Cleveland High School. Taking the timeout to strategize on which way to go, what to do next. A couple of good plays in a row. And just a little bit of time left to play in our first half. 10.8 seconds on the clock. That is the road team you can hear making that noise. Walker Valley High School. The football on the 40-yard line. 11 seconds in our first half. Stevens in trouble, hit, and he's down. Back at the 48 as flags fly. A big loss. The whistle sounds. 4 seconds on the clock as it stops. The officials come together for some sorting out. Referee looks satisfied with what he's heard. And on the 50, here's our call. Holding against the offense. And so after that, football will be marked off. Straight to the 50. First and 20, line to gain down at the 31, but it doesn't really matter as there's only 4 seconds. You can maybe run one more play on a flag. Basically, it's end zone or bust, and looks like they might even take a knee. After the sack, Stevens in the shotgun. That'll do it for our first half of action. 21-3 after one half of play. Walker Valley High School Mustangs looking sharp. And Cleveland, Tennessee taking on the Blue Raiders. They could do no wrong, leading by a 3-possession margin, 21-3, 18 points. Let's take a look back at that first half of action. Started with this big play down the sideline. That one takes us downfield. Here we go. The handoff to the outside, and Beard was able to knife his way up along the edge. Some good blocking by the right side of that line. Nice pitch there by the quarterback. Bobbled. Rashawn comes down with it, runs over one defender on his way out of play. Taking it back to the field goal on that huge long drive by the Raiders. That's their lone score of the day. Here's the Mustangs pitching it downfield. This one went incomplete, looked like a touchdown, just couldn't hang on to it. They give to Cunningham, absolutely crushed down on the line of scrimmage. Take a look at this. Distributed well to the sideline and bobbled as he's able to get the call. The pump fake. Watch the quarterback here escape would-be sacks. That's insane. Can you say Steve McNair? McGowan gets away, kept that player alive, and I send you now to the field for the halftime show at Cleveland High School.
Featuring music from Justin Timberlake,
Following the half, these two have had some whiteboard time and some time to strategize. Walker Valley's Mustangs are looking to punch the gas headed into the third quarter and pull away from Cleveland High School's Blue Raiders in this first high school football game of the 2025-2026 TSSAA high school football season in Southeast Tennessee. The Blue Raiders of Cleveland High School are looking to salvage their home opener in this second half against their cross-county rivals. Hi, I'm Gabriel Schreig. Glad you're with us. It's an 18-point game. Walker County out ahead. Walker Valley leading 21-3 after 2 quarters of play. Cleveland High School's Blue Raiders are trailing at home and will kick the football away to start this third quarter. They are letting us have it with a light show at Benny Monroe Stadium. 21-3, third quarter about to get started in this 18-point game. If you're just joining us, Cleveland High School wearing their home blue uniforms, and on the right side of your screen momentarily wearing their road whites, Walker Valley High School. Sloan Bolaños will send this away, number 13, the senior. And Walker Valley will let this go. Rolls out of the back of the end zone for the touchback. The Mustangs will take over. In that first half of play, Jay Stevens looked really nice, the senior quarterback. Did a lot of things well. He's got a big arm, threw a couple of great deep passes. Sawyer Boyd, Luke Hayden, and Joseph Arnett came together to be a really dangerous tandem. Roman Ulo as well, super dangerous, both taking direct snaps and catching passes. Got a lot of support from Cunningham out of the backfield. And of course, the offensive line looked really good up front in quarters 1 and 2. Can they keep that up? Low snap, and Cunningham pinballs off a linebacker for a nice gain. 6 yards to open this drive, all the way to their own 27. Linebackers on either side crashing in. Cunningham had a nice seam, and he does get the first down, but he stumbled on the cut and is tagged down by Max. Denny Tolles, the junior linebacker, just tags him on the back. He's already lying on the ground. It will move the chains 1st and 10 to the 32-yard line at their own side of the field. Already 12 yards on their first 2 plays. And importantly, they've kept it on the ground 2 plays in a row. They're going to look to run the clock out as much as they can in this third quarter. Play call is in, coming in with Luke Hayden. From the shotgun, again the run play for the Mustangs. Cunningham can't break away. Tackled down after a short gain. 2nd down and long. Cameron Wilson's looked really good on the outside this entire game, making plays. Landon Lowe, the linebacker, just in front of him and setting the edge. Daxton Evans all on the close side of the field. On the backside, Gage McDowell, the defensive end, getting support from big number 4, Emilio Green. In trouble, escapes Gage, tosses this over the middle, and it's caught. That moves the chains again for Walker Valley. Back-to-back first downs to open this drive. Just 2 minutes gone in the third quarter. Walker Valley already has 23 yards on this opening drive of the second half. 1st and 10 from their own 43. There's the give. He's trapped at the line of scrimmage this time for no gain. 2nd and 10. 2.5 minutes gone in this second half. Great gang tackle inside, closing in on him. Crashing down. Tracy Denard, the defensive end, gets hands on him. Gage McDowell, Dax, all crashing inside with support from that secondary. And the central guys in that linebacking core, Licorius and Max, all swarmed to the ball very well in the tackle box. Walker Valley has just had a lot of tricks up their sleeve on this side of the ball. That's why they lead by 18. Low snap. And this one blockered away. They're saying it's a fumble, but I think that's an incomplete pass. Great play by the defensive end. 3 defenders get into the backfield here. The offensive line is porous. These guys are in the backfield. They're bringing pressure right into the face of the quarterback. But Chase Stevens does a nice job of staying with it, throws the ball away. He doesn't allow them to make a play out of it. And it's now 3rd and long. From the 43-yard line, 4 out wide, 2 on either side for the Mustangs. Cunningham alongside him. 4 minutes gone in our second half. Calling out on the coverage. Blitz coming, throws this deep down the sideline, and it's caught. What a play! Again for Walker Valley High School. He rainbows it over the top to the sideline, an absolute snag to move the chains of the Mustangs. $7:40 to play in the 3rd quarter. The clock is moving out of the building. They've already killed 4.5 minutes with this first drive of the second half. The Blue Raiders have to slow the clock down. 1st and 10. Lasers this, and it's picked off by Cleveland High School. Taken away by the Blue Raiders. Great read. Emilio Green, the senior, sees that coming, tracks the ball perfectly. 2-handed snag on the INT, pulls it to his body and gets down to ensure he doesn't lose that one. 1st and 10, Cleveland High School going to take over at their own 34-yard line. And as a coach, you're going to watch that back in film. You're going to play it back again and again and say, look at everything Emilio Green did right on that play. That is an excellent interception. Just really good reads and coverage by those defensive backs. And to be doing that as a high schooler, college coaches are going to eat that up. First and 10, Cleveland High School, Blue Raiders. McGowan in trouble. He hooks this down the sideline, and it's dropped. And the flag on the interference there. Kyrese Westfield is after the ball, and hands find him. Scruggs got a hold of him, pulls him to the turf. We immediately see the flag fly and some words after the play as well. For the moment, everybody's walking back to the ball. Here's our referee. Pass interference to call against Walker Valley's Mustangs. We're moving the ball downfield. You know, to the casual fan, you see pass interference like that, and you think, oh, they got lucky. That's really a good play. You take a deep shot, you force them to go for the penalty there, and that gives you the free yardage as he is smoked. Looking for him again on the target. He absolutely let him have it. That's a revenge shot delivered by Scruggs. Here's a look back. Moments ago, McGowan is feeling the pressure. He uncorks it, and that's a great call by Scruggs. He makes a nice decision. You want to go for the penalty there. Don't let him have that pass for free. He doesn't get all of that yardage. There's no chance of a score if you just pull him to the ground. 2nd and 10 now. In trouble, escapes the first would-be defender. He's running with the ball across the midfield, striping out just shy of the 45-yard line. What a carry by number 2. The junior signal caller is cooking with gas now. I don't know what they drew on the whiteboard at the halftime, but McGowan looks brand new. Cleveland High School gets the INT moments ago. Just 4 plays into this first possession of the second half for the Blue Raiders. Walker Valley was able to kill an incredible amount of time on that first drive. I know the players might not be looking at the clock, but Coach Brown and the staff have to be looking at the game clock and saying, okay, they killed a lot of time there. We have to score here. We've got to punch the ball in and get it back. We can't let them get it back and burn off a bunch more clock. Third down and medium yardage situation for CHS. McGowan brings the man into motion. It's Scott. Number 14 is at the top of your screen. Keep an eye on him. McGowan wants him. The rainbow ball is a wounded duck, and it's picked off. No, he dropped it. A wide open interception is dropped. Fourth down. Cleveland High School thought that was an INT, and instead the ball stays with the Blue Raiders. It's decision time, as it looks like the punt unit might be coming onto the field. Fourth down and a timeout taken on 4th and 4. You're in a tough situation if you're Cleveland High School here. You come out of the locker room, you're trailing by 3 scores. It's an 18-point game entering the third quarter. Walker Valley gets possession first. You see them drive effectively and kill about 5 minutes of game time. And you're thinking in your head, we've got to have 3 more possessions. If they're going to kill 15 more minutes, that's most of the rest of the game from right now. In fact, there's only 20 minutes of game clock remaining total, 20 minutes and 13 seconds. So if they can do that 3 more times while you're trying to score, do you punt the ball away here? Do you really think you can score 3 times in 5 minutes and you've only got 1 field goal at this point? Do you run a fake here? 4 yards needed. They take the timeout in a punt situation. We'll find out soon enough. Look at that student section. Love it. Let's go. Great turnout tonight for these 2 schools in a cross-county rivalry. Absolutely love to see it. Blue Raiders on 4th and 4, punt formation. Hunter sends it away and nearly takes a Blue Raider friendly bounce inside of the 5. Instead, Skeeters over the goal line for a touchback. Walker Valley High School will take over again off of a touchback 2 times in a row, and already we've seen a good chunk of change of clock killed out of this third quarter of play. 8:04 on the game clock. First and 10, the football from their own 20-yard line. This time it's Roman. Gave it to Cunningham, trapped. Only 2 yards, but the Mustangs aren't worried about that. Again, an 18-point advantage. Cleveland High School has only generated 3 today. Last season, the Blue Raiders won this one 51-23. In 2023, it was 2014. In 2022, the Blue Raiders took it 34-3. In 2021, Cleveland High School, a 38-0 win over Walker Valley. Tonight was 7:56 to play in the third quarter. The Mustangs in the driver's seat. Great county rivalry. 4 straight, average margin of 25 points a game for Cleveland High School. That 51 was their season high last year. Nearly flipped the script back in 2023. Tonight so far, it has been all Mustangs. Cleveland was just entering tonight looking to maintain control in a series they've dominated in the last decade. They looked like a really close match on paper. Obviously, you've got a lot of change throughout the course of the offseason. This is prep football. It's hard to anticipate what to expect. But on paper, from what we can see, it looked close. You know, it looked like a special teams miscue, turnover kind of game. So far, Cleveland has struggled to get traction. A few spots they probably should have, they haven't. That's going to happen your first game of the season, trying to bang some rust off, get the offense rolling. Right now, the Mustangs are just trying to put this thing away. One more long drive, and it's going to be a dire situation for CHS at home. From inside of Benny Monroe Stadium, 21-3 with 7:48 to go in our third quarter. Walker Valley back onto the turf on 2nd and long. Stevens, a low snap, picked up off the turf, slips away from a blitzing defender, rolling out with the ball, and as he sidesteps another tackler, he's tripped up and goes down. After a short gain, it's 3rd down. Last season, Walker Valley posted a pair of shutouts. They held 4 different opponents to less than 7 points. Allowed an average of 18.7 per game. 206 total points against in a season where they posted 7 wins. Blue Raiders defense getting loud. 3rd down and 7. Mustang, Stevens throws this to the sideline. It's caught to move the chains right at the 30. 1st and 10, Walker Valley High School. The clock continues to move. Just under 7 to play in this third. 1st and 10. Football at the 30-yard line now. Caught it right on top of that line to gain. The big man is isolated on that far sideline. It's Luke Hayden. Give Cunningham. Runs his way through a pair of defenders on the edge. Good job setting the edge, though. Kyrie Scott gives him nowhere to go. And coming in to clean that up, Emilio Green hammers him from the side. He goes down immediately, but Cunningham, a nice gain of 3 yards as he just sticks it up in there. Football to the 33-yard line. 2nd down. 2 targets out wide for Walker Valley's Mustangs. Hayden again on their sideline as Cunningham slips the first, churning the legs. That's a really, really nice run. That's what you want to see out of a guy carrying your football. Cunningham is just a junior, and that's really, really nice stuff. He gets hit, he's starting to get stood up, and he keeps churning the legs. He pushes his way through traffic, gets a couple of extra yards, and it's enough to move the chains. 1st and 10, Walker Valley Mustangs, 6 minutes to play in our third quarter. Football is on the 40-yard line. Stangs, same formation, 2 out wide, 1 on either side. Quarterback from the shotgun, hands it off. Cunningham rolling his way through traffic, runs the spin move at the midfield stripe, all the way down to the opposing 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Walker Valley Mustangs. Hang on, we're sliding downfield. Cleveland High School trying to pump the brakes as it's now 1st and 10 all the way to the 32-yard line of the Blue Raiders. Mustangs, Stevens looking to keep it going. Distributes wide open. 30, 25, 20, into the red zone and dragged down. Easy movement of the ball for Sawyer Boyd in this offense. Maybe a touchdown-saving tackle by the freshman, Jay. Grabbed a hold of him and pulled him to the turf, and it looked like he was the last line of defense, as it's now 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. Walker Valley back in the red zone, leading 21-3 by 18 points, less than 5 to play in the third quarter. Same formation, Cunningham knifes his way up inside. This time he's trapped at the 2nd level and going nowhere, as that football is to the 15-yard line for a short gain, 2nd and manageable. Walker Valley High School is on a put-away drive. They are burning clock with authority. Cunningham, he's got a block, rolling forward into the 10, first and goal, Walker Valley High School. Leading 21-3. On Western night, the Mustangs threatening to score again. First and goal, low snap, picked up, fighting his way along the right side of the tackle box for the end zone, and he stopped just short. Second and goal at the 1 yard line, Walker Valley. Looking to make this a 4-possession game. Second and goal, Mustangs. This caravan is going to find its way over the line for the touchdown. Howdy, y'all. That's 6 points. 27-3, Walker Valley High School. Their lead is extended from 18 to 24. Encroachment, and so on the PAT, flag flies. For the moment, a 24-point advantage for Cleveland High School's nemesis, the Walker Valley Mustangs. For the point after try. This time it's off, up, away, and through. 28-3 is your tally. 25-point advantage for the Walker Valley Mustangs. Walker averaged just over 4 touchdowns per game last season. Good for 30.5 points per game. They've nearly eclipsed that with 3.5 minutes to play in our third quarter. And so now the Blue Raiders of Cleveland High School have really good moments today, but have been unable to put together the drives they need, are going to try to find something down this back stretch. Blue Raiders scored 42 touchdowns last season. Their signature win was a 14-13 win over Bradley Central High. It ended a 9-game skid against them. They averaged a not so shabby 28 points per game themselves and went 4-1 at home. Picked up 7 wins last season. Mustangs try a little squib action. This one rattles around and rolls off. We'll see at least one flag, as there's also some pushing and shoving. Players slow to rise as we'll get this sorted out. The officials moving that football right now from back near the 20. It looks like they're going to spot this right in the center of the field at the 35-yard line for Cleveland High School. Still has a player slow to rise. The legal procedure, the call. Chris Brown on the field going over to check on his player who's still down. First and 10, Cleveland High School. Fakes the give. Good check down pass. Shimmies and shakes before stepping off. That moves the chains. "47-yard line. Man in motion is Scott. Beard alongside McGowan. Quarterback rolling, pressure coming. Looking downfield, he'll laser this down to the sideline where it's caught one-handed. Diving one-handed snag by Braden Mejia, the junior. First and 10, Cleveland High School. Timeout on the field. First and 10, 2:42 to play in our third quarter. In a 25-point game, 28-3. Mustangs of Walker Valley in the driver's seat. Cleveland High School looking to dig back some points. Glad you're with us. Let me know where you're tuned in from. Tag me on social media and CHS Live. Find us on X, formerly known as Twitter. I'm a Try Guy. It's on screen there. I'm only going to mention it if you're watching somewhere interesting. We've had a couple already. Indiana, Michigan, Florida, Hawaii. First and 10 from just behind the 30-yard line. Blue Raiders. He's in trouble. McGowan trying to climb the ladder and drop down. He does get a couple back before he's sacked. Mustangs man says he's got the ball, but that's a sack. Second down and long for McGowan and his Blue Raider offense. Looking to get a score back in the late stages. Adjusting the ball. We're ready to play on. Second down and long now for Cleveland High School. Scott will motion across. We'll have 4 out wide, 2 on either side. McGowan checks it down. It's caught at the 30, and he is dropped immediately. Pitch and catch only gets a couple of yards back. Finds Emilio Green. That's the player who was insisting, hey, that's a fumble, I've got it. Junior, great nose for the football, Miles Hawk. Hawk has been extremely successful Third down now, and a long way to go for Cleveland High School. Football's in the 30. They need the 21. McGowan wants to do it all himself as he gets just beyond the 25. Close officials got him on it. Far official has him at the 24-yard line. Fourth down in Cleveland High School with 1 minute and 8 seconds to play. And our third quarter is almost certainly going for this. They're trailing by 25. McGowan, do or die for the Blue Raiders. Two out wide on either side from the shotgun. Quick check in with the sideline. Beard alongside him. McGowan's going to keep it. He's in trouble. Steps up around a pair, and he's dropped for the turnover on downs. The Mustangs take the ball away on fourth down and short. Walker Valley High School gets the turnover. And with 30 seconds left to play in the third quarter, they'll take over. Chase Stevens already has put together his signature put-away drive for the night. Now looking for some icing on the cake after a dominant run by the Blue Raiders in this series. Cunningham has the left side, slipping off of would-be tacklers across midfield, cuts it back at the 40, and he's dropped at the 35-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle by Braden Mejia. It is 1st and 10 as they reverse fields in Cleveland, Tennessee. "17 seconds to play in the third quarter as we get the timeout. Beautiful night for prep football. Great turnout, both teams. Crowds showing out. Student sections are full. The bands are here. It's nice to see the local media out, the radio on hand. Two coaches playing a little bit of chess to open the season. Looks like Aikens had a few more tricks up his sleeve. This is a game that has shaken out one way, and it could have turned out very differently. A few breakaway plays, a couple of near turnovers. One INT here, one there. Very close at the half. Great field position a few different times. A turnover to start the game really sucked the momentum out of the Blue Raiders. They fumbled the ball in their opening drive. Third play of the game was the Mustangs finding their way down into the red zone. Walker Valley's already run their put-away drive, and barring a miraculous comeback, and the light show is up as our third quarter is finished at Benny Monroe Stadium. Raider Field under the light show as the Mustang fans whip out their cell phone lights. A 25-point game rolling into the final quarter. Lights are back on 1st and 10 Mustangs go to work. Cunningham has the edge all the way down into the red zone. 1st and 10, Walker Valley High School. Nice carry to set the tone. 1st and 10 now on to the 20-yard line. It's the red zone again for the Mustangs. Stevens, low snap, Cunningham. Split the difference between two defenders at the line of scrimmage, and the linebackers clean him up. Max gets a hold of him. He's rolled over. Nice little hip tackle. Got some help there from Emilio. Blue Raiders back in a defensive shell with less than a dozen minutes to play at home. Barring a miraculous comeback, Walker Valley has put together a really nice performance on the road and a statement signature win against a cross-county rival. Cunningham tried to barrel his way up inside, and he is rejected. Two big bodies there. Wanted to force his way inside. Quentin Jones and Lucorius meet him inside of the hole and drive him backwards. That makes it 3rd down. From the 16-yard line of Cleveland High School. Two receivers out wide, Roman and Luke Hayden standing alone. Stevens a glance to him. Trying to draw Cleveland High School off sides. Blue Raiders defense. Stevens. Pitch this for the end zone right between two defenders, and it goes incomplete. Good pass for Roman. 4th down and 6. Walker Valley can basically do whatever they want here. 10 minutes, 14 seconds showing on the game clock. Three out wide. Stevens alongside him. 4th down from in the red zone. They're on the 16-yard line. Stevens and Cunningham in the shotgun. Trips right. One receiver alone on the far side. Stevens batted, and this one is going to be dove under. They'll say that is incomplete, but it's a turnover on downs to the Blue Raiders of Cleveland High School. They pulled off a miraculous highlight reel play in the late stages. Here comes the offense of Cleveland High School. Trailing by 25. We'll see what they have left in their gas tank. 10 minutes on the clock at Benny Monroe. 4 options at receiver. Immediate burst inside. He's trapped after a gain of 4. Back to the 20-yard line. Sean Beard fights his way up inside for a short gain. Play call is in. McGowan, the junior, will run this. Maybe some confusion there. Just looking back to coach. Lone receiver on the close side, Westfield, closest to the sideline. And again, they go to the tailback. This time he's trapped right at the line of scrimmage and rolled over. Cooper gets in there, running him over. got some help from a couple directions. Jonathan West also on the assist. Offensive line can't control that defensive front. Third down and a long medium. Need 4.5, 5 yards. Line to gains at the 26. Ball is at the 22, we'll call it. Same formation, this time he'll throw. McGowan running with the ball to the sideline, in trouble, and he throws it away. Flags fly as the pass goes incomplete, and McGowan's still down on the sideline. He's tough. Waves off the referee and will get up on his own. So as they sort out the flags, referee a quick word with his back judge. So the Mustangs, 1 4th down. Punt unit is on for Cleveland High School. Punter back on the 8-yard line. Sloan in a dangerous spot. Delivers a great long snap. This one rolls through and is fielded back at the 33-yard line where he'll take a knee, and they'll spot him at the 34. 1st and 10, Walker Valley High School Mustangs will take over with 8 1/4 minutes to play from Benny Monroe. First and 10 Mustangs. Nice give. Stiff arms a would-be tackler and almost stays on his feet as a second man knocks him to the ground. Great job shaking the first. He's dragged down by Jay. Another nice tackle by him as he's had a productive day. Zach Raines, the sophomore, running with some authority on that first carry of the game for him. 2nd and short. Isaac Goins checks in at tight end. Stevens to give. That'll move the chains. Second carry of the game for Zach. 1st and 10, Walker Valley Mustangs. That takes the clock under 7.5 minutes. Mr. Sanford Bulldog down on the sideline, living it up. First down and 10. Mustangs. Great run inside, rolling forward, still move the chains. Ton of momentum, dragging bodies with him, and Raines gets another first down for Walker Valley High School. Mustangs leading by 25, 6.25 minutes to play. Smacked, and he stays on his feet. Trapped and dropped after a gain of 3, maybe 4. So they're going to spot him at the 41-yard line, at least on the far side. They'll play on Friday next week. Walker Valley is going to host Bradley Central High School at 7 p.m. kickoff. And then they'll host McMinn County on the 5th of September. On the 12th, Chattanooga Central. Following that, they'll hit the road and take on the Owls in Ottawa down at exit 11 on the 19th. Then they'll play host to the Trojans of Soddy Daisy on the 26th. Entering October, they'll travel to East Hamilton to Hurricane Hill. That'll Aaron Nance and his Canes. On October 17th, they'll go to Lenore City, a 7 p.m. kick. SCHS on the 24th, another road trip for Walker Valley's Mustangs. Nice carry inside again. Pinballs off a would-be tackler to make it 3rd and short. They need about 3 yards. And finally, they wrap the regular season on October 31st. That's a little scary against Ray County. Third down and short for Walker Valley High School. They had a great season a year ago. Well, we went 3-3 on the road as 3 of their 4 losses were in road games as he fumbles the ball and picks it up. Trapped and dropped, 4th down and medium from the 40-yard line. That's a nice tone setter to get your first win of the road. It's on the year. You're 1-0 on the season and 1-0 on the road. Here's another look back at that previous carry. Look at that. Pinballs off of linebackers. It's a little helping hand as he's pulled to the ground. That is aggressive. I love to see it. Following this home game, it's road time for the Blue Raiders, who will travel to McMinn County on the 29th. Friday game next week. They'll stay on the road and head to Tullahoma on the 5th of September. On the 12th, they play host to Maryville. Following that, they'll travel to Oak Ridge. And on the 26th, Tyner Academy. Entering October, it's Bradley Central High School. That'll be on the other side of town for the Blue Raiders, who will be in a road duel for supremacy over Cleveland. Then Bearden on the 17th. Finally, HVA on the road on the 24th. And on the 30th, Farragut wrapping up the season here at Benny Monroe Stadium. That's your year for these two programs. 3.5 minutes to play in this season opener in TSSAA play for the Raiders and Mustangs. Glad you've been with us for this one. Obviously, the Mustangs playing spoiler tonight at the Blue Raiders home opener. Gabriel Try, hope you've had fun with CHS Live. A reminder, subscribe, follow CHS Live on social media. It's the best way to give back to this program. It's a super, super impressive program. These are all high school students working all the equipment. They are switching. They're running replay graphics. They're running all the audio you're hearing, you're seeing on screen. Everything being packaged and put together by Cleveland high school students here in Southeast Tennessee. And the level of production that you've witnessed tonight, really impressive by these guys. It's a great performance. It's a great program. They're equipped now to go out and get jobs working in television production. This is what it's like, whether it's local or national. I mean, this is very, very similar to what you would see at an FCS football game, a professional soccer match outside of Major League Soccer. This is what you want to see, that level of production. These guys are equipped for that. 4th down. Stangs tipped, and as he dives under it, I think they're going to say drop that. Either way, it is going to be a turnover on downs. 1st and 10, Cleveland High School, 3:35 on the game clock. Football from their own 40-yard line. local programs to keep an eye on. Some really, really good stuff. Georgia's Grayson Rams, the highest ranked team in the Southeast at number 4. Florida's IMG Academy, a perennial top 10, back in it nationally. Baylor School and Macaulay, both in the top 100 in America. They are number 1 and number 2 in the state of Tennessee, respectively. Both programs downtown Chattanooga, if you're not familiar. McGowan, oh baby, airmail, and he overshoots it by just a bit. Long ball in the late stages. He's looking for Kyrese. Tries to go home with that one, and it's just a bit too much gas. McGowan's got a great arm. Junior takes that. He's standing way back at the 40, tosses that beyond midfield. That's 40 yards, 50 yards through the air. Narrowly drops a dime in there to Westfield. Just couldn't hook up. 2nd down and 10. Clock stopped with 3.5 on it. Blue Raiders a check down on the outlet pass. Slides one, takes a shot, ball loose. Everybody scrambling now. Mustangs say they've got the football. Walker Valley. Whooping it up on Raiders field. 1st and 10 now. Right at midfield. Big hit. Pops that out, taking over with the football. Walker Valley brought the posse with him to Cleveland, Tennessee tonight to round up the Blue Raiders. 49-yard line on 1st and 10. Last season, Walker Valley averaged 30.5 points per game, so they're right near that clip. They scored 46 touchdowns last season. Cleveland High School scored 42. They averaged 28 points per game. This is something that I think they can look past, and I think this is the kind of thing you can dump this film. This is a mental thing. These are 2 really high-performing programs, and this will be in the mirror for Cleveland High School, while Walker Valley will probably use this to build some momentum. Played well to the left, but just couldn't escape. Dropped down after a short gain. 2nd down. Really nice performance by this offense of Walker Valley tonight. They were consistent. They were steady. Only 1 interception for the transfer, Chase Stevens, the senior. Drew Akins in this offense do a really nice job of using him. Don't let him work with the legs a lot. They kind of keep him inside, even though he specifically mentioned, hey, I like how this guy moves with his legs, gets outside of the pocket, plays it safe for the most part. And his day is done, as this is Jack Weiss. Just a sophomore taking snaps on 2nd down. Ball's loose. Jax will pick it up. He's in trouble. Throws the stiff arm, and he's dragged down anyhow. It's the man who got the INT, the senior, Emilio Green. Play call coming into Weiss on 3rd down and long. Final 2 minutes in our 4th quarter. Football's at the 44-yard line of their own side of the field. Carry right up inside, and he rolls through a couple of defenders before dropping at midfield. 49-yard line. A little bit of pushing and shoving. Referees have a quick word. We'll play on. 70 seconds to go. Look back. This is the dropped ball, and Jax does a nice job of not turning it over. Probably going to tuck that a little bit better. Emilio gets in. The senior gets the sack. Nice start to the stat sheet for his senior year. A sack and an INT in game one. Inside of our final 30 seconds in Cleveland, Tennessee. Talked about the upcoming schedule. These two programs, Walker Valley's Mustangs, can hang their cap on a nice win to start the year. 28-3 over the cross-county rivals, the Blue Raiders of Cleveland High School. The Blue Raiders have to take this tape and toss it into the garbage. Forget about this. Move on. If you're going to remember anything about this, remember the positives. Some nice plays, a really good drive to get that field goal. Did some good things on defense. Green had a perfect read to come up with that INT against a quarterback that took care of the ball so well. And our officials are going to make them snap the ball one more time. Fourth down and about 15. They're going to have to punt it away. Ball's away. Blue Raiders fumbled on the play. This one recovered down on the 20. And that kills the clock. Your final 28-3. The Mustangs. They lost last year, 51-23. 2014, the year before that. 34-3 in 2022, 38-0 in 2021. Walker Valley puts a win in their column. Congratulations to the Mustangs, and thank you for joining us for an excellent night of prep football on CHS Live. I want to thank Del Halfacre and the entire Cleveland High School Athletic Department for having me and hosting me. Great night of prep football on the airwaves. Had a lot of fun tonight, and hope you have as well. So again, your final 28-3, the Mustangs of Walker Valley open their season with a big win. That'll do it for the Mustangs, for the Blue Raiders, for the entire production staff at CHS Live, and all the fans. I'm Gabriel Rise saying so long from Benny Monroe Stadium. Thanks for tuning in, and join us next time on CHS Live for more prep football.
My West Hollywood story is exploring the iconic boulevards, endless shopping, and beautiful galleries. Inspiration is endless in West Hollywood. The neighborhood tells stories of established and emerging artists. You will find fashion and styles from all over the world here. A California sunset is the perfect way to end our day. We will take VIP tickets to this show every night. Our vacation is just getting started. This is our West Hollywood story. Come and find yours.
LA Galaxy belongs on the best surfaces. Whether you're the best player or the best fan, every goal, every tackle, every last-second battle, it all requires precision, performance, and passion. The LA Galaxy trust AstroTurf to provide the best surfaces, because champions deserve the best. AstroTurf, the official synthetic turf and hybrid field building partner of the LA Galaxy.
My dad was a farmer. And when I saw him on a horse, the guy was bigger than life. One of the things that he had a hard time doing was showing the emotion. Maybe it was because the way he was raised, or believing that men provide and they don't struggle. But we all struggle. I want to show emotion to my kids. I want them to know when I'm happy, I want them to know when I'm sad, and I want them to see me working through things. The biggest reward I get from being a dad is watching my kids accomplish a goal, watching them light up. Nothing brings a bigger smile to my face. So I make my kids a priority. Whether it's hitting a baseball, a dance rehearsal, you name it, I'm there. They're gonna remember that they grew up loved. Be brave. Be there every day. And allow your kids to know that it's okay to struggle. That even dad doesn't know the answer sometimes, but we're gonna figure it out together.
Firearms are the #1 cause of death among kids, but we know that healthcare workers can make a huge difference. This is why prevention is absolutely critical. It starts with listening to the community, leaning in on those conversations to better inform what is the approach that you want to take. You are the champions for change. You can be the catalyst for integrating firearm injury prevention strategies into your practice and really benefiting your community. Let's agree to agree that we all have a role to play in ending this crisis.
In Major League Baseball, you could dream with no limits. You could become your hero.
Oh, he's done it again.
Steal the show. Or even start a new club.
The 40-70 season.
You could meet the moment and exceed the hype. You can write a new chapter of history and let your city dream again. This season, anything can happen.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused. A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Our South Carolina story is told through love. We always felt the need to take a moment for ourselves, and the ocean has always drawn us closer. Charleston was such a romantic destination, with its ancient oaks and beautiful walking paths through town. But we love hiking too, and Greenville gave us a perfect view. This is our South Carolina story. What's yours?
you just...
Preparations have begun as the world's best players set their sights on the tournament.
Anything that you might do, I'm gonna do too.
Well, the atmosphere is building here in the stadium, particularly this camp.
Well, it means a lot to the community. It means enhancing the community. We are so pleased and so proud of the fact that the Braves are involved and participating in its upkeep and making sure that when we come here, we can be all very pleased and very happy about the way it's being kept and the offerings that it has to the community.
Man, we're here at a beautiful Adams Park where they just revealed the Hank Aaron statue. Again, the greatest of all time, creating opportunities. Henry Aaron, Billy Aaron, they're doing it once again with partnership with the Atlanta Braves. An unbelievable moment in this part of Adams Park.
Big things for our kids, just to have the inspiration that, you know, maybe one day they can be the next Hank Aaron. So I'm really proud of what the city has done for the community.
If you're buzzed and doing this to make yourself feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive.
Much in the air.
So much in the air.
I've been trying to, cause I'm scared. Using witches, cause it doesn't mean so much in the air. Boy, can you hold me? Boy, can you hold me? Boy, can you hold me?
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that the big homie needs help too. You can't just rebound from everything. I know you've been grinding.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. I wonder why we waited so long. Not wondering anymore. Love, your mind. Let's see how far we can go.